the Friday of week 3, based on Luke chapter 12, verses 1 to 34, with a focus on verses 22 to 32. "So let me tell you this," he said to the disciples. "Don't be anxious about your life, what you should eat, or about your body, what you should wear. Life is more than food. The body is more than clothing. Think about the ravens. They don't sow seed, they don't gather harvests, they don't have storehouses or barns, and God feeds them. How much more will He feed you? Think of the difference between yourselves and the birds. Which of you, by being anxious, can add a day to your lifetime? So if you can't even do a little thing like that, why worry about anything else? Think about the lilies and the way they grow. They don't work hard, they don't weave cloth. But let me tell you, not even Solomon in all his glory was dressed up like one of them. So if that's how God clothes the grass in the field, here today and to the fire tomorrow, how much more will He clothe you, you little faith lot? So don't you go hunting about for what to eat or what to drink, and don't be anxious. The nations of the world go searching for all that stuff, and your Father knows you need it. This is what you should search for, God's kingdom. Then all the rest will be given you as well. Don't be afraid, little flock. Your Father is delighted to have you. Your Father is delighted to give you the kingdom." Jesus relished the goodness and beauty of the natural world, and so should we. It's strange, considering just how much beauty is all around us, that the modern world has trained itself to ignore it for much of the time. But not only is it a delight to the eyes and the mind, it is a great school of prayer. Stand beside a field full of wheat or barley or some other great crop. Watch the sun bringing out the color. Watch the wind rippling through and making patterns, and the grain, supple but strong, springing back into shape. Then think of the way we humans are meant to flourish, with the love of God looking down on us and the fresh wind of the Spirit bringing out patterns and meanings in our lives, corporate as well as individual. Reflect on the strange interconnectedness of it all. And in thanking God for the mystery of our life, learn to trust Him in new ways and at new levels. Or get out the binoculars and watch the birds. Yes, the ravens, if you've got some handy, but whatever birds there are available. Get to know the way they organize their lives, or it seems sometimes disorganize them, and yet the way in which they flourish. Watch, for instance, the way in which a flock of 100 or more seabirds will fly in exact formation at high speed, and then, more dramatic than a squadron of display aircraft, all turn at precisely the same moment. Reflect on the ways in which God has so implanted a sense of how to be, how to live, how to play even within these tiny creatures which, Jesus assures us, are not nearly as highly valued as ourselves. And learn in prayer the art of recognizing that God the Creator has formed us to live and move and have our being within His world, and of trusting Him in everything. Learn, in other words, the gentle but powerful secrets of God's kingdom. Much of today's world seems hell-bent on stopping us learning that lesson, on teaching us an independence that turns out to be nothing more than the sulk of a rebellious teenager. Strange as it may seem, though not to those who practice prayer within the rhythms and beauties of God's creation, we are most truly ourselves when we are most truly living under the sovereign rule of God. Search for God's kingdom. Ask God in prayer how you can be a part of that great purpose of new creation. He will be only too pleased to show you.